Good night, everybody. Good night, and welcome back to yet another video. A video tonight of celebration. So the PEP results are in. So now let's show up for our students. One book voucher at a time. Guys, it is everything. It's just life. You know, you have a big pot of soup and you put a little bit of everything in it. And so tonight you have sad times, but you don't let it overpower you. You don't let it dethrone you. And then you have good things and you celebrate the good things. And so tonight, I must say, yesterday I was told that on Friday they told me the PEP results were in. Principal promised to let me get the names. Yesterday, Monday, I didn't hear anything, so I reached out to Kayla's teacher. Big shout out to you, Kayla's teacher. You know yourself. Thank you so much. I'm using this moment before I get into my video to just give some shout outs, guys, because so much happened this year, my first year of returning here to Jamaica. It's not yet a full year, it's just a month or so into the full year. And it has been an interesting journey. And a part of that journey, I'm going to say this, and I'm telling you exactly how I felt. It's a bittersweet thing for me. I came home and, you know, it's like sometimes you're talking to some people and conversations turn into things of, I don't know if it's ugly, because God didn't make anything ugly, right? But it's like somebody would call you and in the conversation they say, oh, I see death. I see death hanging over the family. I see death. I know for me coming back, there are people who are just there waiting for me to get hurt or waiting for something negative to happen because I'm on YouTube, I talk too much, I'm wasting time, just a lot of negative vibes. And so I came and I stayed in my corners, I stayed in my lane, I stayed right in my lane, and every time the words like, because I'm doing these videos, I'm wasting time. I'm retired. I am retired. And so if I choose to use this platform as a voice, I'm not using it to belittle anyone. I'm not using it to show off, even though that's what they used to say, that I was just showing off. I don't have nothing to show off. I don't have anything to show off about. But so much negative. But tonight I said there are times when I honestly I felt dejected. I felt dejected. I actually felt like, you know, sometimes people pour those negative spirits and it's like you just sit there waiting for it to happen until you pull yourself up out of the doldrum and say, no, God is the greatest, as Cole Smith always said. God is the greatest. And when you pray to Him to ask Him to guide you and protect you and just be there to surround you, then you go forth and understand that God hears prayers. But coming home has been quite interesting. And then I you know, there are people who just kept on pouring in the positives, encouraging me, reminding me that I'm not doing anything to hurt anybody. I'm not doing anything that is ungodly or unkind. I am doing things where people feel good to come to the channel, where people feel uplifted, where people feel good to come. And so tonight I say, the results are out for the children, these struggling children in this community that I call home. And yesterday we wanted to go and to get the vouchers. I did mention that in my video that I did yesterday. I also uploaded a post. So those of you following the community page, I don't see a lot of love. Well, no, a lot of you watching. I see like 23, 30 something. So I shouldn't say that. But the comments are not there. But it's all good. I thank you for watching. I thank you for liking. And I appreciate all the support you have been giving me on this channel. I love my channel. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't post, but then I get a burst of energy and I want to post something. I want to talk to you guys because you're my family. You are so encouraging and empowering, And so yesterday morning I didn't hear from the principal, so I said let me reach out because I had a ride planned to go to the bookstore. So when I didn't hear, I reached out and had a conversation with Kayla's teacher. Unfortunately, she also didn't get to. She said she was putting the names of the parents and the students and, the 2 top math students. She did tell me that much. We did discuss traditional high school because a couple of the kids got through for other schools that are not traditional high schools, but they are schools that are reputable. They're not just, and so I said, add them in, So they added them in and we have the numbers. I didn't get that until today. So had to scratch the trip yesterday. But today I did reach out to the bookstore. And so they will expect me. And then I didn't get the list again until I think after 11. So rainy, cloudy, thunder, you guys know me. Those of you who have been following me, how much I don't like the noisy rain at all. I can't handle that. And so we have set a new appointment to go in and get the vouchers. So this night, as I say, congratulations to all of you students who have taken your exam, who have stayed focused regardless of your situation, and who have come out triumphant. I say more power to you. You're on the path of greatness. You're filled with greatness and goodness and love, and you're showing the world that you're using your opportunities that are given to you to do what you need to do. So thank you for going in and doing your best work. And as I said, when you work hard, then you're going to see the results of your labor. So so there are people that I need to say thank you to, because the next thing is just for you to see I think we'll do a little video and see if parents will say thank you. I don't know yet. Let's see what happens. But right now I'm using this moment to big up again Kayla's teacher, who, when Kayla went there, Kayla couldn't read CAT if it hits her in her face. And to see Kayla now picking up books and reading for the teacher, reading for me, reading the Bible with me. We have gone over the 66 books of the Bible, and Kayla can sound them out, and there's some that are funny, like Psalms that starts with a P, but we have, it is just a good, heartfelt, like, I cannot express it. And so with gratitude and with God's blessings, I say thank you. I know teaching is not the nicest job, the unthankfulness, the disrespectfulness that you have to put up with, the overwhelming situations. I know it's not easy. I've been there. I've done it for many, many years. But our joy cometh when we see the results of our students, when we see the little seeds we planted, when we see them blossom and bloom into great things. And so I say, guys, all you teachers, I celebrate you this day, from one teacher to the other. I say thank you for the work you have been doing for these children. Thank you for being patient and kind. Thank you for being good leaders for them. Thank you for just taking the time to teach them something, to just teach them. So many have given up. So many have not been vested in this thing that they chose to do. But for those of you who are vested in it, who just want the best for your children, I just have to say more power to you tonight. I must also say to Mr. Kopi, if you watch the videos, I don't know if you're subscribed and if you watch them, but a big thank you for you. The lady, I will say it, I said it before in a video, that when things got hard for you, people were not able to pay. There was the parent with 3 children who attends Kayla school as well. Attend Kayla school as well. And she sends them, but not one of those 3 kids had a textbook. And what you did, even though your monies needed to be paid, even though she owed you so much, you said, Miss Bev, I see these kids every day going, and not one of them has a textbook. What I would ask you to do is to give her the monies that she owes it to me. And you were going to pay it to me, but I'm not going to take it. I'm asking you to give it to her so that she can help to buy some books, even 1 or 2 books, for her kids to go to school next school year. So for that, sir, I said, thank you for caring. Thank you for giving back. People think that they have to give back hundreds and thousands of dollars, but the least we do, it counts. And so, sir, hats off to you. I've always said it. I respect you, and I thank you for being Kayla's driver this year, and I thank you. When I said when things weren't melling too well at the school, I did say, you know what, I was done. I was so done. Nope, I was done. But you didn't. You and Kayla's teacher, Lady Dixon, you said, Miss Bev, you're doing it for the children. Don't give up. You begged me. You said, don't, please. The parents need the support. The children need the support. And you begged me. And not only you, but there were people on the channel, on my channel, who said, when I felt like, oh my God, this is not going to work, I wasn't even thinking of how far it was that we're coming all the way down here. I just thought that, once you put out and you keep putting out and you keep putting out, that people would have jumped on board and said, this is what I can do. And when I didn't see that happening, I really felt like, oh, am I bothering people? Is it, But then they started giving. And so I must say a big, big thank you to all of you who gave. I remember Margaret Smith. Margaret Smith said, Miss Bev, don't give up. Tax time coming, they will come. And I was like, but then Miss Margaret, she jumped on board. She gave us a donation, a big, strong donation. We can't leave out Sister Ernestine and Lady K from the UK, who just kept giving, And we have Trending Live TV. We have, oh my God, Lady Margaret, not Margaret, but Lady G. I remembered her words when she says, Miss Bev, thank you for giving me the opportunity to bless somebody. So guys, my channel sometimes, as I said, I would like to see more views. I would like to see more views because it's in the views that the revenue comes. And I said, yeah, we have the subscribers, but the views, just ring the bell so you can see when a video is dropped. And so you can just come on board and just watch the videos for me. And, it's just, but you know what? In God's time. Everything in God's time. And as Lady G said, I said something in a video. I said, oh, people sweep the yard and they get 4,000 views in an hour or 2 hours. And Lady G said, Miss Bev, your channel is so multifaceted that I find joy to come here and watch your videos. So she said, you're not, you're okay. And I smiled, and I gave her, and in my heart, I hugged her. I said, thank you. Because we're human beings, and none of us are perfect. Every one of us go through a little moments of doubt, a little moments of dejection, a little moment where we feel nobody loves me, even though many, many loves us. And so tonight, I'm just saying thank you to all of you who have supported and have made it possible. Some of you could not contribute. And so, am I not saying thank you to you as well? I am saying thank you to you, because it's the company that you come over and keep me company when you watch the videos, leave me a comment, and watch the postings on the community page and give me a thumbs up. Those are things that matter. So you matter. And so I say thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, congratulations to those students who have done well on their PEP exam. The sky's the limit, guys. Don't settle for less. Keep on thriving. Keep on working hard. Remember, as kids go into primary school up there in Springfield, St. Elizabeth, and we have to say, prayer plus hard work equals success. It still stands true. It can be done. Those were the words painted on this huge iron pot sitting in the I don't know what you call that, rotunda, somewhere where you walk in, as you walk in under the covers of the building. That huge pot sits there, and on it they painted, it can be done. And you have shown us today that yes, irrespective of how hard it is, irrespective of, the lack of support, the lack of funds to help your children, but you are still instilling in them that their education is important and they should make it a priority. So guys, I will say to us, the PEP results are in. No, let's show up for our students. One book voucher at a time. Guys, I'm not telling anybody to go give anybody cash. Cash is interesting. You give cash, and because there are so many needs, that cash goes towards something else. I am all for vouchers. I am so for vouchers, because if you give a food voucher, they have to bring it to the supermarket and pick up the food so the children will eat. I'm doing the book vouchers, and I'm hoping other people. I saw one person, I left a comment on the thing, because they were supporting some boys in St. Elizabeth, and they're collecting money to go there. In my heart, I can see how confusion can really just start happening, because it's just what it is. It's just how things can happen. But if the people who are contributing, I did leave a comment and talk about what we're doing here for DT in my neck of the woods. If they send vouchers instead, with the parent name, get information, the parent name, the child's name, parent has to show up with an ID. The ID allows her to handle, to go and pick up whatever books, do the calculations, pick up what she needs, hand them that voucher because it's already paid for, and get the things they need for their children. Cash, again I say, cash can do so much, and it would hurt me badly if a parent used, the light bill might need to be paid, but funds for a child must go towards helping the kid. But you get cash and the light bill, you don't want the light to cut off. You might use that and say, okay, me put it back. And you're not going to be able to put it back. And so that same kid will continue to go to school for the year without the necessary books to learn. So that is why I vouch for the vouchers. So one book voucher at a time, guys. If you just one book voucher at a time, it doesn't have to be 10,000, 5,000. Some textbooks are for 5,000, 6,000. You give that by one textbook. That's one book the parents don't have to buy. So the PEP results are out. For some, it's a time of celebration. We know that. For others, it's disappointment, wrapped in uncertainty. But whether your child passed for their first choice or not, one thing remains the same: the road ahead will not be easy, especially for our children here in the rural areas of Jamaica. In the heart of these hills and valleys, many students are carrying dreams, far bigger than their resources. And each year the book list comes long, expensive, and often unreachable. So many times they put all these books on the list, and the poor kids, they don't even use half the book for the school year. But they're on the list, and you need to have it because many lessons are being taught from these books that you have to go and follow up with. But here's the truth, guys. If each one helps one, that's the name of my other channel as well. If each one helps one, when I started with the team, Maurice Kingpin and Fire Reed, and we wanted to do something for the needy ones in Manchester and St. Elizabeth, didn't work out, but that was Maurice Kingpin's words: each one helps one. And it is true. If each of us helps one, just one, do you know how many would have helped? So, if each one helps one, we can change that. I'm talking to every returning resident, every son and daughter of the soil who has made a life abroad and still calls Jamaica home. I know that people might be saying, oh, I work hard for my money, I'm not taking. And I understand it. Our fixed income allows us to do just so much. But believe me, the returns, God really opened the doors for us. Imagine this. What if you adopted a school in your home district, just one school, and each year you give a book voucher to even 1 or 2 students? Not 10, 12, 15, just 1 or 2. You can select, like I gave a thing to the top math student. I thought it would have been 1 student. It turns out to be 2 top students in mathematics. I love math. I taught math for a long time. And so when they said it's 2, I said 2 with the same score in math? And they said yes, they had the same score in math. I said, okay, we're going to have to do the 2 then. So if we gave a book voucher to even 1 or 2 students, that single act could be the difference between a child feeling ready for high school or a child feeling left behind. You don't need to be rich. You just need to care. 5,000, 10,000 Jamaica dollars, 1 voucher, 1 seed, 1 future. That's what nation building looks like. That's what real love for country feels like. So let's turn PEP season into a time of purpose, guys. Let's shift from congrats and sorry and to how can I help? How can I help? What can I do to help a little bit? If you're watching this, maybe this year is the year you decide to act. If you're watching Miss Bev right now, guys, tell yourselves, like, you know what? Let's do something this year. Wife and husbands together, you came home. Each one helps one. And so, just think about it. Just think about it. And just say that this year, I am going to act. I am going to give back something. I'm going to reach out to the school. I am going to find out which child needs support, and I'm going to help 1. You don't have to help 2 or 3. Look for a parent who has multiple kids going to school. They're not our responsibility, we know that. But we know that these children tomorrow They are the future. They're going to be the ones sitting there in the hospital room to take care of us, in a few years. They're the ones who are going to be sitting in the tax office to collect our taxes. They're the ones who are going to be the police officers or whatever other space they're going to take up. So let's support them, guys, so that we'll have more of them out there to get the work done. So, why not start with your alma mater? Start with the child of a neighbor. Start with just one, because each one helps one. And let's put books in their hands, hope in their hearts, and Jamaica in a better place. Wait a minute, I know you didn't hear that. So let me repeat it. Let me repeat it slowly. Start with your alma mater. Start with the child of a neighbor. Start with just one. Just one. Because each one helps one. Let's put books in their hands. Guys, let's put books in their hands. Let's put books in their hands. Not this kind of book. We can put a case of this in their hands as well. I bought so many of them for Kayla. Right? Let's put books in their hands. Let's put hope in their hearts. And Jamaica in a better place. Because when our children do better, when our parents are able to help our children to do better, then our kids will do better as well. A parent who is not overwhelmed is a parent who will be soft and kind and nurturing. A parent who is overwhelmed with bills and frustration and lack of support and encouragement is a parent who cuss and swear and display negative behaviors around the child. And so the kid will live what he or she learns. So why not help them to not be so overwhelmed? Why not just help one of those children? And so Jamaica can be in a better place. Again, congratulations and thank you to all of you teachers out there who never gave up on a child. To believe in them, you work hard and you support them. A big up to all of the teachers who came out early mornings for extra lessons. I know that the principal at Kayla's school, she comes out and does extra lessons without getting a penny. A lot of people, they come out and any little thing extra, it's money. But I like people who, like myself, when the needs were there. I remembered when my kids in Connecticut it was the CMTs. I was at school first thing in the morning, like from 6:30, 7. I said, parents, can you get your child here? If I can get an hour in with that child to help them to read open-ended questions, understood what it means, conceptualize it, and then apply it, what they know, to then you know what, then it's, and they took it up. Parents are dropping the children off. I get up to the school. I never live far from the schools though. I get there and they're at the door waiting for me to swipe my card to go in. Kids were ready. They wanted it. And so when people saw the success of my children, they don't need to wonder, because when you put it in, you're going to get something out. And so I like to see that in teachers. And so regardless of our relationship, DT principal, I am a person. If you understand me, if you get to know me, you'll understand me. I like to get things done. I don't like procrastination. I don't like, I know we're busy, we have things to do. But I too have things to do. And if I ask, then just work with me. You'll get so much more out of me than to drag or act as if it doesn't matter. And so, but a big shout out to you for taking the time to be present for those children and didn't stress the parents for money to pay for extra lessons. And you saw the results of your labor, and I'm sure you are standing tall and proud. So let's remember, each one helps one, so that we can build a better Jamaica. The children are our future, yes? Yes, they are. Take care, everyone, and thank you for your support. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Please remember to watch the videos, watch the ads, and never forget to give a thumbs up. Miss Beth appreciates it.